The lady who introduced me to Nichiren Buddhism is a special person, not just in how she transformed my life, but in her unique character. For the purposes of this book, I will call her Tina. Tina is a fearless battler who knows her mind and is not afraid to put people straight. In England, we use the term Marmite, a popular food spread to describe things you either love or loathe. Tina is a bit like Marmite. Her compassion and charisma made her many friends, and me adore her, but she would not back down in a debate or pander to social niceties. Her independent mind and passion for practicing Buddhism greatly inspired me. At Tina's rented flat near to where I lived, there would always be a panoply of people, young, old, English, Japanese, Italian, Hungarian, Buddhist and non-Buddhist. Tina is Hungarian by birth, but brought up in England. After the tragic loss of one of her children and a difficult divorce, she began a search to find deeper meaning in her life, which first brought her to the spiritualist church and then finally to Nichiren Buddhism, which she has practiced ever since. When SGI UK decided to initiate a countrywide dialogue initiative called the Mini Meeting Campaign, encouraging SGI members to connect with friends, family and colleagues, Tina took things one step further and stood at Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park, London, a traditional venue for free speech, and spoke to over 100 people about Nichiren Buddhism. SGI leaders did not feel this was quite the spirit of individual and personal dialogue, but many years later, the head office at Taplo received a letter from an Israeli man in Tel Aviv who had been in the crowd and had begun to practice Buddhism from then on, with great effects in his life. A while after I had begun chanting, Tina said she had a present for me. Coming to my place to chant one day, she handed me a typed manuscript. At first glance, I thought she had written a book or a play, but in fact, this was the Lotus Sutra. Tina had typed it out for me, but this was not the first time she had done this. She had also previously handwritten an entire copy of the sutra. Sutra means Buddhist scripture. Sutra copying is considered meritorious in East Asian Buddhism as an expression of devotional practice. Although Tina's decision may seem a little eccentric and not something the contemporary Nichiren Buddhists are encouraged to do, Nichiren does refer to the copying of passages of the Lotus Sutra in a number of his writings. Tina was unique in this act of piety, and this would be my first introduction to the Buddhist writing which underpins the basis of Nichiren and SGI Buddhist practice.